What's poppin', y'all? One Piece chapter 1044. Wow. I've been reading One Piece since third grade, and by far, this is one of the most incredible chapters that I've read. It changes the entire trajectory of what we know the story to be, including the main character, Monkey D. Luffy, and how we understand him. This chapter was incredible. And just sharing my initial reaction and thoughts, I'm going to try to avoid as many spoilers as possible. But let's get right into it. So what happens in this chapter? Luffy is on death's door. He's about to die, but something strange happens. His will to continue amalgamates with this hidden potential. And we see a whole new Luffy, or rather a deeper version of Luffy, in that this version of himself that is unlocked at death's door. We see a more go-lucky and more funny, a more ridiculous version of Luffy than we ever have. And what we see in Luffy isn't entirely different from who we know him to be as a character. Instead, what we see is him being even more of himself. In fact, I will put an exponent on it. He's Luffy to the 10th degree, maybe the 100th degree in this chapter. And it is incredible. It's refreshing, and it presents a lesson that we all can learn from. And that what would happen if we looked at our challenges in the same way? What would happen if you never gave up after defeat? You see, life is a nexus, a gauntlet of challenge. It's inbuilt into the structure. And according to ancient sciences, African thought, some would say that you chose these challenges for yourself before you were born. Why? By your summation, you chose these challenges so that you could unlock your true potential and, in essence, become even more of yourself than you ever have been after going through these various challenges. Challenges present a lesson, and if you're paying attention, if you want to see the lesson, a question appears. And when you arrive at the answer to this question, you move forward with the solution that the answer presents, and you can become a more and more refined version of yourself. And therein lies every entity's power. Everybody has the ability to become and do things beyond your wildest imagination. And like Luffy, the only limits are the limits that you set on yourself. Now, speaking directly to my people, who the heck is the real sun god? We see mention of sun gods all throughout, not just One Piece, but Japan is called the land of the sun. Where did they get this concept of sun worship that is so prominent within the story of One Piece, and even very much associated, those of you who have read the chapter understand what I'm getting at, very much associated with who Luffy is now becoming. But who are the real sun gods? Where did they get this concept from? Of course, it dates back to some of the earliest conceptions of spiritual ideas brought to various lands from who? None other than the Twa people, the Twa Pygmies. They traveled and populated the earth. They were responsible for the cultural genesis of Japan in Edward Bynum's The African Unconscious. He notes that in Japan, some early folklore depicts black pygmy gods who are said to be the first people who populated Japanese land, brought forth their ideas. And these gods are none other than the Twa people. And along with them, they brought their ideas. All throughout African thought, you hear about sun this, sun that, sun people, sun worship, the sun god. And this sun not only is a physical representation of what our ancestors saw when they looked in the sky, but it's a metaphor for the sun, or the light of consciousness that enlightens and empowers the entirety of creation itself. So the true identity of this sun god concept comes from your ancestors, black people. And in fact, many of the early depictions of who this sun god is looks like you. Make no mistake, the true identity of the sun god is you. Yes, everybody has the potential to become the best version of themselves. But black people, you have a unique potential written within your blood. Your ancestors are dating back millions of years, potentially, at least 300,000, according to Anthony T. Browder and other various master teachers. Black people, what I want you to understand is that the power of God literally flows within your blood. No other people have the vibrational resonance that we have with nature and the universe. And therein lies a potential that no other group has. Many might get mad at me for saying this, but I really don't care. I'm always going to speak towards my people. What I want you to understand is that this hidden potential can only be unlocked as you go out there and face life's challenges. You're going to get mashed on. You will be defeated. You will be brought to your knees. You will be brought to a point where you feel like there's nothing left. But I want to remind you today that there is always something left. You always can get back on your feet. It might be a slow get back up, but you have the option to grow past these challenges if you look for the lesson therein. And as you continue to do this again and again, like I said before, these challenges are designed to help you reach your potential. And as you reach your potential, you become more and more of who you truly are meant to be, who you always were. And here's the key. The end result of what this transformation looks like for you will be so ridiculous, so gosh darn incredible that it baffles the mind. And those around you have no idea what to make of it, just like Luffy's transformation. But the question is, are you willing to grasp the lesson that the challenges in your life are presenting? Are you willing to grow? Are you willing to not give up? That aside, this chapter was incredible. If you don't read One Piece, I don't know what to tell you. And all those who do read One Piece, be sure to check it out. Anyway, that's it from me, y'all. Have a good one. One.